Hello everyone, my name is Diana Matdawa. Welcome back, welcome to my channel, and let's get straight in today's video. So I just said for this video I'll do a little different setting since it's already night and this video needs to go up before 9 o'clock. So let's just get straight into this little story, my story. So first, those of you who are watching this and don't really know what's going on, Monday the 19th of January 2026, I was in an van accident. I was a passenger in that van going to school. And as you guys saw, if you didn't, you can check out the last little short, or I posted on Facebook also. That morning I was doing a vlog, I was vlogging, like I was gonna vlog my day because I had to go in town and do a little few stuff. I was gonna vlog all of that, but it took a bad turn. So I really don't know how to start because it just seems so weird. And as I said before in my last video, it just doesn't feel real. So I am speaking of like what I remember, yes, but it still feels like a dream. However, the first time I left the house and went down back that side was, I think it was Monday or Tuesday of this week. You guys are watching this video in real time because today's Wednesday. So Monday or Tuesday of this week, and I had a panic attack. I didn't realize how, I know these drivers are very reckless, but I didn't realize how reckless these drivers are, because if it wasn't for those heavy brakes that was pulled in the vehicle that I was in, many things could have happened, because I saw a truck just swing in front of me and it's just all kind of stupidness. Y'all need to learn how to drive on these streets and stop driving so ghetto. Back to my story. But either way, Monday the 19th, 2026, I got into a van to go to school because, as you saw from the video, I was late. I missed the van that I was supposed to catch by just a couple of minutes. I missed the van that I was supposed to catch, so now I had to wait on a different van. So first I was going to catch a pink van. A pink van was coming, but then it stopped down by the other bus stop picking up people, and I was like, well, that might fall by the time I reach up here, and I have an 8 o'clock class. So a red van swung in front of that one, and I was just like, I just need to go, I'm late. Because if I didn't leave now, the people them would have not let me come inside their class because it's a 30 minutes grace period. And that morning I was up since around 5. I was around 5 to catch the van I normally catch sometimes for 6. Missed that van, so now I was there waiting for a van around 7, and I have an 8 o'clock class. But either way, I got into the van. First of all, I was going to sit right next to the conductor. Where I was going to sit, but then a lady like rushed in front of me and sat there instead. And God grace and mercy, because if I had sat there, this would have been a whole different story. But now I'm sitting behind of the conductor, directly behind the conductor. Now the van is going, yeah, it was going fast because I was going like that, and holding on. And then my mind told me, like when we got closer, my mind told me, get out of the van. Something just said, get out of the van. And the word accident was just popping into my head. I just can't explain it. It was God speaking to me, something. It was just popping into my head. Accident, accident, accident. But if you know me, I tend to panic over stuff that I should not panic about. So I thought it was just one of those moments when I was just, being over dramatic, or, something like that. So I didn't get out. And then when we reached the area, going around the corner, the way my mind couldn't comprehend what was going on was crazy. Because when we were going around the corner now, where the accident took place, we were going around the corner, and then right before we actually fully turned, because people are saying he was trying to overtake a car in front of him through the corner. I didn't see any car, so I cannot speak on that. But that is what I'm hearing, and that is what majority of everybody is saying, so it's probably true. But I didn't see that. So he was going around the corner, and then all of a sudden, in my head, like I probably couldn't comprehend it, it was like happening in slow motion. So when he go around the corner, I watched him. I saw him, fidgeting with the wheel. And then I just saw the lady in front of me hugging her child. Like, I have to protect him. This cannot be the last I hold my child. Because he looks like he was going to primary school. And then all of a sudden, the van just very fastly hit the ground, slide. Everybody on top of me are blacked out. Because I probably hit my head, because I couldn't remember me tinging against the ground, and I heard a noise. But after that, I blacked out. And then when I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the lady who, rushed in, sat next to the conductor. The first person I saw was her lying right next to me. And I was like, oh Lord, I hope she's not dead. I just hope. And then I saw blood on my clothes. So I'm like, whose blood that be? I'm sorry. But that's how you first me wonder whose blood that be. Then me feel something run down in my eye. It's my blood. So now, first thing come to my head, compression. They say to compress it. So I hold my hand there tightly, as tight as I can. And then the next thing I had to do was try to get out from under the lady, because my bag was under the lady. My shoes, the only thing that I had, if you guys saw the video, was my phone. And I just always have my phone in my hand, and I guess the grip never let go. And then somebody told me that's when you could see an addiction. But no, I just had my phone hold in my hand all the time, everywhere. So I don't know. But after I compressed my head, and my shoulder bag was on my hand, so I had to, because I couldn't pull it out. The lady is much bigger than me. I can't pull that bag out, and I was not going to focus on that bag right now. I'm trying to get out. I could get a new bag. So although part of me might be still the the bag, I'm sorry, because my dad is using my students early, everything. But either way, so I just pull my hand out of the bag, and I don't know, maybe that's where I got like these bruises from, because my hand was under the lady. But then I pulled my hand from out of the bag and I put back my hand on my head. Now, my foot, it was in my shoes, but I cannot get my shoes out with my feet. So I tried to slide my foot out of the shoes, and finally I got it out. So then I slide my feet from under the lady, and I looked up. I saw the sky. So I knew that is where I had to go to get out. So I was just trying my best to keep calm, to not like panic, to be solid minded, or I will go down in a panic attack. And thank God, my panic attacks was like over with in, I think it's Form 4, because I was praying for this to leave me because I didn't want to take medication for that, because every week I had a panic attack. Every other day I'm having a panic attack, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm panicking about. And I'm just so glad that was not the case, and that was just over with when that happened. But back to the story. I hold my head, I saw the window, and then I was wondering how to get out. So I was just trying to stand up, but my eye right over here was just dazzling, like it was just going like that. So I mashed on somebody, and I felt so bad, but I had to get out. And there was a box in there, because a guy had like a lot of stuff. He was right behind the driver, so there was a box. So I mashed the person, I mashed onto the box, and then I saw somebody on top of the van, and I asked him to help me out. So he helped pull me out, and then another guy, I think, helped take me down. But I'm sure I'm the one who jumped off of the van, and then I went to the guy for him to help me, because after I came off of the van, I saw a guy, a man, and then I told him, help me, please, take me to the hospital, please. And then I didn't know he was in the green van that was there. He was in that van. So the green van was there. He didn't know like where to put me, so he kind of leaned me up on the green van's tire. And then one of my friends was in that green van. So when she realized it was me, she came out of the green van, and she and the man helped me get onto the driver's seat. So while I was in the driver's seat now, the first thing that I could do was call my father. I couldn't really see out of this eye because it was just going like that. This eye was a little blurry and stuff, but that was not really my mind. My mind was to get to the hospital. So I tried to call my father. I called him. I said, Dad, I can't really talk. Maybe in an accident. Come for me here, and whatsoever else I said. And after calling him, I called I think it was 5 or 4 other persons, such as my sister and stuff like that. I called them, and after I just put my phone down, was trying to gain, proper consciousness, because my eyes was like closing down, and every time the man saw my eyes like going down, he had like a smelling thing. I don't know if it was albus oil or what, but then he just tinked at my nose, and then my eye just opened up back. But then my friend, the guy had like a rag, bandana, so then she asked him for it. So he gave it to her, And then she gave me some of her juice to drink, and then she proceeded to take all of the ice, well, majority of all of the ice out of the bottle, wrap it up in the rag, and compress it on my head. So she was there with me, she and the guy, they were there with me until my father came. And when my father came, that's when I felt like safe. You know, I don't really know how to express it, but I just felt my dad, you know? And then seeing him worried, I started to cry because I didn't have to put up this wall, you know, this barrier, because he is there. I really don't know how else to explain it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, or somebody understands what I'm saying, but it's just a feeling of almost relief. But yeah, and then he took me to the hospital. The guy also, the man, he also came with us in the vehicle, and he was like holding me up to like keep me steady, and he was also giving me this something to smell every time he saw my eye going down. I'm very thankful for everyone, all the kind souls that helped everybody. I'm just so thankful that nobody died, although I know a lot of persons are in critical condition. I am just so thankful that nobody died, you know. But I know I missed out a lot of like small little details, but while I speak, stuff are just coming back to me, and I really don't want this to be all over the place. But because one thing I missed out was I had my phone in my hand when I got up, and then everything else happened. I saw the blood, tried to get out of under the woman, and then while I was watching the window, I was pressing my power button on my phone many times so it could call 911. And I didn't talk on the phone, I just pressed it so it could call, because that was the first thing in my head to do. That was something I didn't have to look at my phone to do. So I was just pressing that so it could call them, and then it will contact my emergency contacts. That's the first thing that came in my head. And I also forgot to say, the first thing I did when I opened my eyes was say Jesus. That was the first thing that could have came out of my mouth, because when I open my eyes, I know I'm alive. You understand? And the first things, I was just praying, I was just thanking God for how everything was planned out. He knew what was going to happen, and he allows certain things to happen for a certain reason. And I just feel it in my spirit that the reason he allowed this to happen, especially like to happen with me, with everybody, it's a wake-up call. These are the reasons why all of these things are happening. It's a wake-up call to tell each and every one of us the time is running short. Wake up. Life is a 1 second away. Not life, sorry, death is 1 second away. You can leave home and never return. You know? Because the amount of accidents, because I think it was 8 accidents that happened that Monday, which is insane. Then the Tuesday, I think it was 3. And it's like nearly every single day accidents keep happening. And then I saw that they found like a little hole or whatever in Chapman's Newgrounds. I saw killing. Guys, we need to wake up. We need to get on it. You know? I hope somebody's hearing me, because this is my testimony. I survived an accident that could have went so wrong, but because of my God is why I survived. Because that pole snapped 3 times, could have caused a fire. If that pole was not there, we would have went over that bank, and that would have been a whole different story. Because I don't know why it got me so angry. When I went on Facebook, I saw the post that somebody post with the newspaper that I'm in. And then I went to the comments, and a man said, "Wasn't God with you before the crash?" Yes, he was with me before the crash. That's why I'm still here. Yes, he was always there. That's why I'm still here. Certain things happen for certain reasons. And it's like, from that happened, it just like clicked in my mind. I know like anything can happen. I know nobody knows when it's their turn to go. But that is when it truly clicked in my mind that we truly can be here living life normally, and the next chance we're gone. You know? So that is what kind of, I don't even know what to say, resonate with me or whatever. But guys, the moment I opened my eyes, I was not going to say, "God, why me?" No, I'm saying thank God I'm alive. What do I mean, why me? Everything happens for a reason, and I trust that God keeps me safe, and I know my purpose on earth is not finished. So however you want to look at it, it's only because of God, Jesus. And I am just so thankful. I'm just so grateful. And then I saw a lot of persons also in that comments that's telling, that's saying like, give your life to Christ and whatsoever. And guys, you don't know how much, and that is another reason why he allows certain things to happen. You see, he allowed it to happen, but he didn't allow it to kill me, because it's not my time. So he allowed it to happen to snap me into reality, make sure I know like, okay, you can go anytime. And where do you want to end up in eternity? It's just as simple as that. It was a wake-up call for all of us to get our lives straight. Because the time is coming even close. I know a lot of us young people and do not want to hear that, do not want to believe, because I said this when I said this when I was small also, and you know, like, oh, I want a family of my own, I want this of my own, I want that of my own before that happens. But we truly do not know, and not all of us are going to get to experience that. It's either that our time is going to come, or that he will return. And it's better to live for him than, oh, I want to, experience children, experience partying, experience being young, experience, drinking, getting drunk with my friend them and go out with server. Guys, be so for real. What is more important to you? What do you think will be the best for you in the long run. And that's really all I have to say. We have free will, and it's your free will to choose what is important to you and what do you want. Because whether you like it or not, you do not know when is your time. You do not know when he will return. So the best thing for you to do is do what's right. But that was just a little something I had to say because it was just sitting on my heart. But let me just finish up the story and post this video for you guys. So when we got to the hospital, we need to get more proactive, more upgrade these hospitals. Because tell me why. I was just in an accident. Yes, I understand there's persons who had worse and who had, more injuries or whatsoever. That doesn't mean you cannot attend to everyone. If you need more employees, get more employees. When these things are happening and the amount of nurses and stuff that was in the hospital, you're telling me you guys couldn't, do what needed to be done? Because when I reached at the hospital, I was one of the first persons there. Again, I called my father. I was one of the first persons there. They brought a wheelchair, put me in it, and then my father drove me down to go like in the back where the beds are and stuff. The nurse came to me, checked, saw nothing was broken, so she said, wait. What do you mean wait? Not because something is not broken means nothing happened. Like, I lashed my head, almost lashed my temple, and that's another thing to give God thanks for. That me not lash my temple. Watch how close my temple they to me lash. That my glasses not break in my eye. My glasses mash up, yeah, but it not break in my eye. Like, but when that lady said wait, I felt so, like I couldn't do anything. Because these are the kinds of things that risk people's life. What do you mean wait? But then after my father kept pushing and complaining that I should go in, I finally got to go in. It's just so crazy because these are how things escalate. You don't know what's happening inside the person's body. You don't know what's really going on. That's so crazy to me. But then after I got in, I had a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, a lot of everything, because majority of like the bruises I got, I didn't know I got them until I reached them. So yeah. And the other thing, like, that's why I say these things, these hospitals, these nurses need to be like more like serious. If you guys need more staff, get more staffs on like these, I don't remember what it's called, like when something happened, all hands on deck, you understand? It's just crazy because even when I was on that bed and I saw like a guy came in, the guy came in when I already had my IV, so I already took my stitches, already did my x-ray, already did a lot of things, already have my IV in, and then I saw a guy coming in because I guess he didn't really have much or whatever, he just had to take a stitch and he just punched himself. But still, you don't know what happened inside the person's body, why you get them out there bleeding and telling them to wait to take the stitches. Like, maybe it's me, maybe I don't know how it works, but that just seemed very insane and crazy to me. Am I crazy? Is that not crazy? And then the guy who bust away his whole upper lip. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe I just don't understand how it works, because to me, I feel like everybody should get attended to. Yes, I understand he has like little persons who broke their hands, and but how, like, is that, do you guys have that little drop of persons in the hospital till you can't tend to almost everyone? I don't know. It's maybe just me. I don't know. But these hospitals, you guys, there needs to be an upgrade. There needs to be a motive here. I don't understand. But thanks be to God, I am here, I'm alive, I am well. As I've been told by almost everybody, including the doctor, I have healed very quickly, and I'm so thankful for that. The only kind of discomfort I have is like little pains here and there, like if I walk too much, or headaches if I'm in some things or whatever, but I am 100% okay. Like the way how 1 week could just flip upside down, and the way how 1 week I could finish my healing process. Well, not like the full thing, but you get me. Like, that's just crazy to me. It's just crazy how our body works. It's just crazy how, everything is just, but yeah, I'm not sure if you guys want to see these. They're already healing, these marks I have on my elbow. You can't really, I think you could see like right from right there. You can't really see like that because of the lighting or whatever on my face and on my knee. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show that, but if I do, it'll be here. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna show that because I really don't want to edit this video. But yeah, I don't know if I could thing, but it's on my knee. But I know I didn't cover everything, but that's literally, this video is already 30 minutes. I have been sitting here talking to myself for 30 minutes straight. So I'm just gonna end this video right here because I have to finish up some schoolwork that I missed out on and stuff like that. So thanks to each and every one of you for watching. I feel like I should start ending these videos with like a scripture verse or something like that. I don't really know what this is taken from, or if it's even a scripture verse, or if it's a quote, but in everything, give thanks. Or with everything, give thanks. If you know, correct me. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys can, get a feel of what I was saying, and I will see you guys in my next week's video. I love each and every one of you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to friends, family members, etc. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. God bless.